Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Boy, am I looking forward to this cup of coffee. You'll find out in just a minute. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be wonderful. Hang on. Oh yeah, that is really, really good. Courtesy of viewers Bill and Connie Murphy. Copper Moon Caramel Vanilla. Boy, this is marvelous. It is an artificially flavored coffee, just so you know. But boy, oh boy, great flavor, great coffee boldness. Not overly so, not too much, not too little. It's a medium roast, so it's right there. It's absolutely fantastic. And when I put the Keurig cup into the Keurig machine, there it is right there, Copper Moon Caramel Vanilla. When I put that in the Keurig machine and started brewing it, the aroma just filled the kitchen, and I was so looking forward to this cup of coffee. Also courtesy of Bill and Connie Murphy, the Wacky Woolies coffee mug, all the way from Ireland. They picked this up on their European trip this past summer, so my thanks to them for very, very kindly sending this one along to the channel. Like this a lot. It's absolutely fantastic mug and a fantastic coffee because, let me tell you why I'm so happy to have this right now. Because Old Man Winter finally rolled into Northeast Ohio in the Chardon area. We have so much snow out there; it's unbelievable. And I've just come in from shoveling, and let me tell you, I was using the roof rake on my roof to get the large mounds of snow off of the roof, and I was shoveling part of my apron so I could get my car in, and shoveling the walks, and just shoveling away from the garage door because I'm waiting for the plow to show up. And yeah, we're getting a lot of snow. We're getting hammered right now. And I came in and I was sweating. I was sweating. And I've got on a t-shirt and I've got on this really, really nice, this is called a hooded shirt jacket. I picked this up at Costco. This is by Legendary Outfitters, and it's hooded. You can see like this. See, this is really nice. You see that? Isn't that great? And it's hooded, and it's just the right weight to wear inside right now to allow me to cool down a little bit. And I had to take my clothing because I was sweating so much from all that exertion in shoveling snow that I did some laundry. You might hear the dryer in the background right now. But yeah, so I was looking forward to starting the show and having this cup of coffee with you. Boy, is this a marvelous feeling right now to come in from the cold, to kind of cool down, to get some nice loose clothing on, and enjoy a cup of coffee. Wow, absolutely fantastic. Hang on, one more sip. Wow, that is really, really great. And as we like to say in the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug, let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Oh, boy, great to be with you. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. Really do appreciate that. And for those of you who are listening to the podcast, thanks very much for tuning in to any of those platforms out there that carry the podcast. Thank you very, very much for that. Something else I wanted to mention to you. In doing the laundry, I got all this, all the sweaty clothes that I peeled off and I threw into the washing machine to wash. And, I use these pens right here. You see this pen in the opening intro of the viewer morning shaving tip. And it's got a nice little flare tip on it right there. And, it's got a clip cap. It kind of clicks into place like that. Well, I use these to do the George sketches. And it's got this wonderful flare tip, and I can get a thin and a thick line, and I like using these a lot. And what I did was when I did the sketch for this morning shaving tip, and then I took the pen and I put it into my pocket, and then I'm out shoveling snow, and I forgot that I had this pen in my pocket. And I came in and I dumped all the clothing into the washing machine, and I started the washing machine. And after it was done, I reached in to pull out everything to put into the dryer, and not this pen, the pen that was in my shirt pocket was right here in the washing machine, and the cap was still intact. It was still in place. I thought, oh my gosh, that's great, because if this had opened up, I would have gotten black ink all over my laundry. And I looked at the whites and that sort of thing, and everything was fine. Everything was good. I looked at it. Wow, I dodged a real catastrophe there. So I took everything and I put it in the dryer, and then I had the pen, and I'm walking over to the sink, and I wanted to uncap it over the sink, and I did a little too early, and I uncapped it, and all this inky water fell on the kitchen floor, and it was just all this black ink on the floor, and I immediately, started mopping it up, and okay, fine. You know what? Disaster averted, but I had to throw out that particular cartridge, because it's a cartridge like this that fits into the holder. It's a holder like that. So I had to throw the cartridge out, because whatever water got inside, diluted the ink, but it did not leak out, and I was so happy about that. But that's why you see some ink remnants on my fingers from from cleaning up all that ink, and luckily nothing hit my my hooded shirt jacket. Didn't hit my pants. Didn't hit my feet or anything like that. So I really lucked out. So all I had to do is mop it up off the kitchen floor real quickly, and everything is okay. Disaster averted. Wow. So it's just great being with you this morning, and I am so happy to just be here in front of the camera and relaxing with you and talking some wet shaving. So I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We got a great show for you this morning. Got a great viewer morning shaving tip. Got a shave den visit. Got some great refill comments. Some really, really terrific stuff in new wet shaving gear. And some very, very interesting questions and comments. So pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee. Let's talk a little wet shaving. And let's kick the show off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer David Lair, L-A-I-R. David, I believe I pronounced your last name correctly. And he writes, "Hey Mark, I want to send along a shaving tip. I'm someone that likes to bloom my shave soap as you do. I've gotten into the habit of using the bloom water as part of my pre-shave routine. After wetting my face and applying some pre-shave soap, I'll pour the bloom water into my hands and work it into my face with the pre-shave soap. It really helps add to the slickness. With all the wonderful moisturizing qualities and skin food in most artisan shave soaps, it's great for the skin as well. It also lets you begin enjoying whatever scent you are using. In a pinch, it will work as a pre-shave all on its own. It's a great use for the bloom water rather than just pouring it down the drain. Hope you give it a try." And that comes from David Lair. David, that's an absolutely fantastic shaving tip, using the pre-shave bloom water with your pre-shave soap or just on its own. That's absolutely fantastic. And I like the idea of kind of introducing the scent from the bloom water to your shave to kind of get things rolling along. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic shaving tip. So David, thanks very much for sending it in. I really do appreciate it. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and if I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So David, thanks again for a really, really terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Well, this morning's Shave Den visit comes from viewer Lee Meyer. And Lee is sharing a solution that he came across to help organize your shaving gear in your shave den. And he writes, "Hi Mark, I hope this finds you well. As always, I really enjoyed the last episode of the Monday Morning Mailbag." Thanks very much for that, Lee. I really do appreciate it. He continues here, "I thought it would be fun to share a simple solution I've come up with to help organize my shave den. Like many wet shaving enthusiasts, my collection of soaps, balms, splashes, blades, and other accessories continues to grow. At first, the space on top of my sink started to become cluttered, so over time, I found myself moving items into the cabinet below my sink. But even this space became cluttered over time. On a whim, I searched on Amazon for some under-the-sink storage solutions and found this for $36 US. It's available with 1, 2, or 3 tiers racks and includes plastic panels to put on the bottom of each rack to make the surface flat. It also comes with 2 divider panels which snap onto the sidebars and can subdivide the shelves. It listed the dimensions, and based on the measurements I took of my sink cabinet, it looked like it would fit. And sure enough, it did. One of the challenges is the drain pipe, which extends into the cabinet, which I took this into account, and the rack fits perfectly. I ordered a second 2-tier rack, which needs to be smaller due to the drain pipe, and it's on the way. I've only started putting some of my gear into the rack, but I can tell already that it will be a big help. Of course, he writes here are some photos which we've been showing you, and he's also includes the Amazon link, which we will also share below. I hope some of your viewers find this interesting and possibly helpful. Warm regards, Lee Meyer. Hey, Lee, thanks very, very much for this. This is absolutely fantastic. And I think the situation you described, all of us go through at one time or another. I know that I did myself. The top of the sink started to get cluttered, so I started to move things in the cabinet below the sink. And then when that became cluttered and a little overwhelmed over time, I started moving it to another room on some shelving and that sort of thing. So this is a great solution because I know that there are some favorite gear that you want to have on hand right there in the shave den, but you don't want it cluttering up your shave space, so to speak, right there on the counter. This is a great solution to have these racks underneath your sink, in the lower cabinet below the sink. Yeah, absolutely fantastic solution. So folks, again, we'll link this product below on Amazon. You can check it out and take the measurements of your cabinet underneath your sink and see if it works for you. Lee, thanks again very, very much. Well, I wanted to give you an update on a recent giveaway that we had on the Monday Morning Mailbag, which was sponsored by viewer Mark Powell from across the pond. Mark wanted a George sketch, but he couldn't come up with a shaving tip. So he asked that in exchange for a George sketch, he would like to give away to one lucky winner an artisan shave soap made in the United Kingdom. And we went ahead and did that, and the lucky winner was David Ritter. So we sent Mark David's email and snail mail address, and the two gentlemen connected, and Mark Powell sent me the following update. And he wrote, "Good morning, Mark. I hope you had a relaxing and enjoyable Thanksgiving." I sure did. Thank you very much. I am delighted to confirm my cartoon arrived this morning, and surprisingly, not a crease in the envelope, so the cartoon was in prestige condition. Thank you. David, the giveaway winner, ordered an MMGP, which is made from a family-run artisan based in Scotland, which is gaining a real cult following by wet shavers. I have this morning ordered Morning at the Barber's by MMGP, which is a soap I have and is highly recommended. It will be posted to David in the next few days. All the best, and that comes from Mark Powell. So, hey, congratulations again to David Ritter. He'll be receiving MMGP's Morning at the Barber's, and Mark is sending that out to him. And who knows, by the time this airs, David will probably have received it. And David, if you have, please comment below and let us know. And Mark, again, thank you very, very much for sponsoring a really, really wonderful giveaway, and enjoy that George sketch. Thanks again, Mark. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on. Wow. Love this coffee. A really, really welcome cup of coffee this morning. Oh, that is good. That is really, wow. That is, wait, one more sip. A good hot cup of coffee. Man, that is really good. Again, a big thank you to Bill and Connie Murphy for the Copper Moon Coffee, Caramel Vanilla. Boy, this is terrific. They sent this along with two other flavors, and we'll be sharing those in an upcoming Monday Morning Mailbag. Kind of a little surprise. So stay tuned next week and the week after that. We should be using those. Wow, just this is really terrific. I like this a lot. And again, the aroma when I brewed it just before, again, just absolutely fantastic. Really, really wonderful. And you know what? I wanted to mention about this this hooded shirt jacket. Again, I bought this at Costco. The brand is Legendary Outfitters, and it's got these snaps here, which is really great. Okay, and it's got this quilted lining right here. Can you see that? And of course, it's got the hood, which I like. So it's not overly heavy. It's not overly light. You can layer this. This particular one I have here is extra large, so I can layer it over, say, another heavy shirt or something like that, and then I can put a winter jacket, like I say, a lighter winter jacket over this, and keeps me nice and warm. And again, in coming in from shoveling snow, I really heated myself up, and I took off all that clothing, and just wanted to cool down a little bit. And this was a really good choice. I just put on a t-shirt and put this on. It's really nice and warm, not overly heavy, and it really, like I say, you can layer this when you go outside, or if you want to, you can wear it indoors if you don't want to turn up your thermostat. So I like it a lot. And again, it's got these these snaps, no buttons, it snaps, like snaps right there like that. See, on the pockets, and snaps right here to close it up here. Can you hear that? The snap right there, and here, snap right there. At least these little snaps. See, little snaps like that. Okay, and you probably hear the dryer in the background because it's drying out the clothing. So I hope you don't mind a little bit of organic background noise. Brings a little bit of realism to the show. My microphone is set for directional, so it won't pick up too much of it. You might hear it buzzing in the background. Also wanted to show you this. These are the pants that I happen to get at Costco. The brand is Weatherproof Vintage pants. These are lined. These are flannel lined. These are great for the winter. See that? Flannel line, $20 for a pair of these. I have a few of these, and that's what I'm washing right now. Because it did the job in keeping me warm, maybe a little too warm. So if you're a member of Costco and you're looking for a nice, comfortable pair of pants that are lined, something for the winter months, Weatherproof Vintage. These are really, really good. They're flannel lined, about $20 for a pair of these at Costco. I really like these a lot. I got about 3 pair of these in different colors, and going to rotate them throughout the winter months, and they really came in handy because it's gotten really cold and a lot of snow. So it really did a great job in keeping me warm. And again, the Legendary Outfitters hooded shirt jacket. I think this hooded shirt jacket by Legendary Outfitters, I think this was $15. I can't find this at Costco online. It might be in your local Costco store. They still might have some of those in stock. I'm going to swing by and check my local Costco again, because I like this a lot. I'd like to have another one. And again, boy, did I luck out that I didn't spill any ink at all from that pen that came out of the washing machine. I didn't spill it on this. I didn't spill it on my pants. Nothing bled in the washing machine. Man, Really just dodged a laundry disaster there. Absolutely. Well, hey, let's get to some of these refill comments. Something for here from Marco Batelli, all the way from Rome. Good morning, Mark, and have a great start to the week. Today, I was very happy to share a cup of hot coffee with you because my heating system was broken, and this morning in Rome, it is very cold. Thanks as usual for the fun company. Best regards from Rome, Marco Batelli. Hey, Marco, it sounds like you could use a hooded shirt jacket or some fleece-lined pants. So I don't know if you have a Costco over there in Rome. Check it out. You might. A couple of great items to help keep you warm if your heating system kicks out again. So I hope you got that all squared away. Thanks very much for the comment. The one Baba wrote, Mark, I purchased my first Advent calendar this year. My understanding is that while they made more this year than ever before, they sold out in 1.5 hours. Wow, I did not know that. That's incredible. I know I talked to Douglas before the Monday Morning Mailbag aired, and he said, hey, we made extra. We might have some on Cyber Monday. Well, no, they went like that. Wow. While I'm looking forward to opening one door per day and building anticipation to the next day's shave, I hate that some who wanted the experience won't have the chance this year. If I understood correctly, Doug and Fran said they started building these kits in August and said they may have to start building them in January moving forward. They are time-consuming and labor-intensive, and as they describe it, a labor of love. They, too, were surprised how quickly they sold. Yeah, you know what? I hope that a lot of viewers out there got the Advent calendar. I'm going to be shooting some of those videos here for the 12 shaves of Christmas. I'm really, really looking forward to doing it. And I had a lot of fun doing it last year. And I got a really nice preview on some of the future shave releases that Phoenix Shaving was going to release later on in the year. So with some nice surprises as the year went along. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing it again this year. And the one Baba, thanks very, very much for the update on how quickly they sold. I know that they sell quickly, but wow, 1.5 hours, man, that is fast. Wow. So thanks very much for that one, Baba, and I'm glad you got an Advent calendar this year. David Dart wrote, Mark, good morning, sir. Not shaving related, but I love your coffee mug. Having been a beagle owner when I wanted to get a puppy, Snoopy was a major deciding factor. Just a dog tip, don't get a beagle unless you are willing to live with the class clown. Laugh out loud. Have a great day. Yeah, that was the coffee mug that Jimmy V very kindly sent to the channel. The Snoopy Linus security blanket coffee mug. Check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag and you'll see it there. And even the previous week we used it as well. And it's a great coffee mug. Captures a classic, iconic Peanuts moment. So check that out and you'll understand as soon as you see it. And yeah, my understanding is from folks who own beagles is that Charles Schulz absolutely captured the character and the antics of a beagle through the character of Snoopy. So yeah, neat that you got a beagle based on Snoopy. Thanks very much for that, David. Really do appreciate it. Let's see, this comes from Everett 8301. Hey, Mark. I just did an eBay search on those Gerber baby spoons. Plenty to be had. Yeah, this was something I think, who came up with this? This was Tim Harder. Tim Harder came up with this tip last week. If you want to get something to scoop out your shaving soap, a Gerber baby spoon works really, really well. Now, if you don't have one lying around the house that you used when you had kids or grandkids or whatever, Everett says plenty are up on eBay. Thanks very much for that, Everett. Really, really do appreciate it. I have a link here of a search I did on Gerber baby spoons on eBay, and I'll provide that below. It'll bring up a page of some of their listings. So thanks again for that, Everett. Really, really do appreciate it. That was very, very helpful. Bill Murphy wrote, great show again, Mark. I love the coffee mug. Timeless makes great razors, and I can't say enough about my Timeless TI 0.68 razor. Their adjustable brush is great also. Have a great week. Hey, Bill, thanks very much for that. Great reminder of how great the Timeless razors are. They are absolutely wonderful. We've reviewed many here on the show, the stainless steel, the titanium, and I love that bronze razor. Last week, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, they had a sale, 10% off. And I don't know if they've extended that through the holiday shopping season, but you might want to get up there and check that out. That bronze razor is absolutely wonderful. It's one of my favorites, and it would make an absolutely fantastic Christmas gift for the wet shaver in your life. And it comes in at a very nice price point for a higher end CNC precisely machined razor. Really, really fantastic. And I know I love mine. Now, the razor head, the bronze razor head, was very kindly sent to the channel by viewer Alex Lopez. Alex, thank you again. And he paired it with a pearl brass handle, the L55 razor handle. And my original review was of the brass razor head from Timeless with a pearl L55 handle. And it did a great job. And then at the Maggard meetup, sometime after that review, I met Doug and Jeremiah from Timeless Razors, and I wanted to buy a handle and stand right there at the meetup, and they didn't have any with them, but they said, you know what, go up to the scratch and dent area. You can get a really good deal, a stand and a handle. And that's what I did. And if there are any imperfections on these from the scratch and dent area, I can't find them. They look absolutely gorgeous. So I now have a complete bronze razor. Razor head, handle, and stand, and it came in at a really, really nice price point. So again, check them out at Timeless Razor, and if you're looking for something additional for your Timeless Razor, check their scratch and dent area. They might have a really, really good deal on another base plate or cap or stand or handle that you're looking for. So Bill, thanks very, very much for confirming how wonderful Timeless Razors are. Really, I agree. They're absolutely fantastic. Jay Potter 86 wrote, yet another great 3MB, Mark. Thanks very much, Jay. I can finally say that officially from the 25th, I will be the proud owner of a Timeless bronze razor. Wow, that's wonderful. But only because I kept saying, I need that razor in my life every day leading up to a birthday, Father's Day, or Christmas. So finally, she has caved. Yay! That's absolutely fantastic. Jay, when you receive it, I'm assuming you're getting it for Christmas. When you receive it, please let us know how you like it. And please feel free to send in a review. Would really love to hear how it works for you. That's absolutely wonderful. Bravo. That's great. Good job dropping those hints. That's fantastic. Viewer A.S. Watson 76, I believe this is Aaron Watson. Aaron Watson wrote, another great show. I picked up several Zamchi razors for the guys who work for me. Hey, Aaron, that was really, really nice and generous of you. That's fantastic. Spreading the good word about the traditional wet shave with a really nice razor that comes in a nice price point and performs very, very well. I'm curious, did you get them the black Zamchi or the blue Zamchi? Because in my reviews, the blue Zamchi had a little more growl and the black Zamchi was a little more on the mild side. So if I were going to shave with one of those razors, say a daily driver would be the black Zamchi, and something with maybe 2 or 3 days worth of beard growth, I would go with the blue Zamchi. Blue Zamchi would still be a nice daily driver for me, although it does have a little more growl. They're both great razors, and that's just really, really wonderful that you did that. So let us know, is it blue or black? They really offer a really nice razor at a nice price point. Wow, that was really nice of you. Fantastic. Viewer Steve M. 1563 wrote, nice looking Thanksgiving buffet. Yeah, last week we had some video that my sister-in-law Lori shot of the restaurant that we were at for the Thanksgiving buffet. Really, really decorated in a beautiful, beautiful way. A lot of beautiful Christmas decorations, and we had an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving meal. So I want to thank Lori again for allowing me to use that footage. Let's see, he says here, nice looking Thanksgiving buffet. The decorations looked very festive. There were lots of good deals this past weekend. I wound up picking up a Tatara razor for 25% off. Great show. Wow. Steve, you're going to have to do a little review and tell us how that Tatara razor works for you. That's absolutely fantastic. 25% savings. Yeah, there were a lot of great deals out there. So thanks very much for the heads up on that. And folks, you know what? You might want to get up to Tatara's website or do a search on Amazon or other online retailer and see if they still have that sale price available. That's great, Steve. Thanks very, very much. And again, feel free to submit a review of it. That'd be great. Would love to hear that, how it works for you. And I'm sure a lot of viewers out there would love to hear that as well. Viewer Dan Blackshear, 6289 wrote, great 3MB and will be participating in the 12 Shaves of Christmas this year. Hey, that's great to hear, Dan. Thanks very much. Looking forward to it. The Variant Open Comb is an excellent razor. I have the Zamchi Black, but in silver and rose gold, and they are fantastic as well. Hey, that's great to hear, Dan. I know the Zamchi razor is offered in a wide variety of colors, and I'm sure the silver version and the rose gold version look absolutely spectacular. That's great to hear. And again, one more time, the Zamchi Black was a little milder for me, and the Zamchi Blue, which had a slightly different razor head, where the base plate kind of wraps around the cap. That had a little more growl. It was a great razor, smooth shaver, a little more blade feel, a little more efficiency with the blue one. And the black razor had a more traditional looking razor head with a cap and a base plate. Both of them are really, really terrific. Liked them a lot. Nice price points and a really, really well-made razor. Plated very, very well. Both of them had some really, really great plating. So just looks great in a shaved head. And again, at the price point, you could travel with that one. And if something happens, you know what? Easily replaceable at a good price point. So Dan, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Stan Chapman, 55, wrote, I have a Parker Variant Open Comb, and yes, it can be very aggressive. Now, Dan just said that the Open Comb is an excellent razor. So, you know what? Your mileage may vary. I would assume that the Variant Open Comb for me would probably be on the aggressive side. Maybe Dan, his skin type, his beard type is a little more demanding than what Stan and I have. That's just a guess on my part. Anyhow, Stan writes here, it can be very aggressive. I use it when I have 3+ days growth on setting 0.5 first pass only, and then 0, the plus mark, for all other passes. No way I can consider using it daily. Now, the way I'm reading this, Stan, you'll leave it on the milder end because you said 0.5. That's like a half a turn up to 1, and wow, and then the 0 mark to do that second pass. Yeah, that sounds like it's very, very aggressive for you. And I would think it would be very, very aggressive for me. But again, your mileage may vary. If your beard is a little more demanding, an adjustable open comb might be the very thing that you need to tame that beard. Stan, thanks very much for that information. Really do appreciate it. Rob Miller, 54, wrote, happy Monday, Mark. Very informative show. I'm now on a mission for a D for Fat Boy. I think you and everyone else in the audience, because of Jim from Northfield's razor that he shared with us last week in the Shave Den visit, he has a D for Fat Boy. Fourth quarter, 1958. And as he explained, that's one of the more rare Fat Boys that are out there, because the Fat Boy started production in the third quarter of 1958, as I recall him saying, and then the fourth quarter of 1958. So they didn't make a lot in the third and fourth quarter. There weren't a lot of them. They didn't really ramp up production on the Fat Boy until well into 1959, I assume. So the D4 is more on the rare side when it comes to Fat Boys. But now we know what to look for. And yeah, I'm absolutely with you, Rob. I'm going to look for a D4 as well. That's absolutely fantastic. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Viewer William Meredith very kindly and generously sent to the channel a shave soap that we've never talked about before. Well, maybe in passing because they were at the Maggard meetup, and I'll get to that point in just a moment. But we've never really used it or reviewed it. Well, that's about to change. Here it is from Holy Caw, Timmerman shave soap, and William also sent along the aftershave splash. This is a vintage, old school kind of scent. It's absolutely marvelous. And this is in their Sierra base. Wow, it's absolutely fantastic. Now, check out that inner lid. That's what we mentioned in passing in a previous Monday morning mailbag. We'll get to that in just a minute. Oh, I love this scent. This scent, you can see I've already scooped out and had a couple of shaves with it. Yeah, this was great, and it built a really, really nice lather. I had a couple of great shaves with it. And here's what they have to say on their product page. Pasteur's, one of the oldest brands in America, acquired another well-known brand, Timmerman. Founded in 1869, Timmerman had a suite of old formulations in their archives. For over 100 years, Timmerman served the discerning customers of New York City with quality products. The formulations were dormant in a forgotten, handwritten book deep in the repositories of Timmerman shops. Pasteur jumped on the shave soap formulation and decided to update it. Pasteur partnered with Holy Caw to update the shave soap formulation and bring it to modern standards with artisanal elements. Holy Caw worked with Timmerman's archives and found great recipes for other products. Stacks of ancient books and yellow parchments were among the archives. Some of these formulations go back to the founding days in 1869 and were untouched since that time. For the shave soap formulation, superior ingredients like donkey milk, whey proteins, hops, extracts were added, and the formulation was updated to bring to high quality standards that are now continued by Pasteur and Holy Caw. Here is your chance to experience the formulation and product. Shave soap in the Sierra base and other post-shave products, combining old school formulation and history to bring you a luxury grooming experience. Now, here is the scent profile. It's a composition of exotic oud and woody notes, complemented with cashmeran, cedarwood, musk, patchouli, vanilla, labdanum, elemi, ginger, and olibanum. That is spelled Olibanum, and I believe that's how it's pronounced, olibanum. And I struggled with it in the review. I'm editing it together, and you'll see how I struggled with that. I checked the pronunciation, and Olibanum is pronounced, to the best of my knowledge, olibanum. So, yeah, a great scent profile and a wonderful, wonderful scent from this shave soap. Absolutely fantastic. And here's what Holy Caw offers with their shave soaps. They have these wonderful inner lids right here in their shave tubs. This can be used as storage for razor blades and even a razor if you're traveling. But I recommend a lower profile razor. For instance, my Centesi right here, the handle is the proper length to where it can fit right in there like that. Fits right in there like that. And the cap and the base plate. There's the base plate there. I'm going to put that in there. And the cap, I'm going to put that in there because the post is a little shorter. So it has enough clearance. So it fits in just like that. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to, just like that. And you can even throw in a 5-pack of blades. Here's some Rex Supply blades. And you can throw everything in there like that. And then here, just look at that, huh? How about that? And everything stays nice and secure in there, and you can travel with this then. So you can put your razor, your blades, your 3-piece razor and blades in the lid of the shave soap and throw that in your dop kit, and you're good to go. So a really, really nice option for travel. And again, a lower profile razor works a little bit better than a razor with, say, a longer threaded post. This one's a little shorter and it has just enough clearance to work. So that's kind of the key to it. But you could throw a 3-piece razor and some blades in there and you're good to go. So this is an absolutely fantastic scent. William also sent along Holy Caw's Green Tea Pre-Shave Treatment Serum. This is really terrific. This is not oily. It's not greasy. I found that it really helps the whisker to stand up. About 3 or 4 spurts for 1 day's worth of beard growth work really, really well with this. And again, it's fragrance-free, so it's not going to get in the way of the shave soap scent. And when I used it with Timmerman, it really got along well. They played well together is what I'm saying, and gave me that extra layer of protection. I liked it a lot. And again, it's a different kind of pre-shave than you would be used to with, say, a shave soap or a cream or an oil. It's not oily, it's not greasy. It really is different, and it really lifts the beard. And I love this container because it has a great way of locking it. You turn it clockwise and it's locked, and then you just give it a twist counterclockwise, and that little hole right there, see that little hole right there? That dispenses the product like that. See that? And it's just, you give it a couple squirts and you're good to go. So we'll just, yeah, fragrance free. So yeah, it really a terrific product. So all three of these made for a really, really great shave. I love the lather of this. We have done a review, and I'm in the process of editing it, and hopefully I'll get this posted soon. Now, they also have two other versions, a green label and a red label version of the Timmerman 1869 Classic Shave Soap. And those have different scent profiles, but they are all in the Sierra soap base, and it does a wonderful job. It whipped up a lather very, very quickly. I like the face feel, and the post-shave feel was wonderful. You can run out the door without having to do anything else. That's how good the post-shave feel is from the Sierra shave soap base, from the Sierra soap base for the Timmerman shave soap. So my thanks to William Meredith for very, very kindly sending along Timmerman 1869 Classic Shave Soap from the folks at Holy Caw. And again, we talked about Holy Caw doing in the highlight reel of the Maggard meetup this last time, because we talked about this marvelous inner lid here. And so great to have their shave soap in the shave den. It really is very, very good. I love this scent. It's refined, it's gentlemanly, but more than that, it's vintage, it's old school. It's a real throwback. You definitely get that last century, to the turn of the last century vibe from it. At least that's the way it impressed me. So really, really terrific. Again, my thanks to William Meredith for very kindly sending along Timmerman 1869 Classic Shave Soap from Holy Caw, both the shave soap and the aftershave splash. William, thank you again very, very much. Folks, we'll have a link below. Well, viewer Greg Pesante is a big fan of the 345 Soap Company, and with good reason. They make some outstanding artisan shave soaps with really, really beautiful scent profiles. And one of his favorites is Fresh Cut Fade, and he very, very kindly sent it along to the channel. Here it is right here, the shave soap as well as the aftershave splash. And rather than go to the product page, I'm going to let Greg explain how wonderful this scent is from the email that he sent me. And he wrote, "My favorite barbershop scent, Fresh Cut Fade from 345. You know the base is top tier, but my God, Mark, this scent is next level good." Yeah, you know what? I agree with the soap base. It's fantastic. These just lather beautifully because we have reviewed Fair of 1812 from 345 Soap Company, as well as Burlington from 345 Soap Company. Greg very kindly and generously sent these to the channel. And yeah, this scent is absolutely marvelous, very refined, very gentlemanly. And this Fair of 1812, oh, I love this scent. I love both. I really love this scent. And the Burlington scent, very, very good. But the performance of the shave soap, really, really outstanding. Anyhow, he continues here. You know the base is top tier, but my God, Mark, this scent is next level good. Soft, fresh, and pleasant, like you just walked out of the barbershop. This stuff goes fast and is already sold out on 345. When I saw it available at the Razor Company, I sent one your way. Greg, thank you very, very much. Monday mornings with 3MB and a fresh cup of coffee. Consider this my thanks for all the good you do in the wet shaving community. That is really, really nice of you, Greg. I really do appreciate it. And he is absolutely correct. This is next level. It really is fantastic. This is a marvelous, marvelous barbershop scent. It is top-level barbershop scent. It is terrific. He continues here. Trust me when I tell you this is a good one. It's such a unique twist on the barbershop scent, Mark. It really captures that feeling of a clean cut on a cool fall or spring morning. Very refreshing and a scent that will make you want to shave. I absolutely agree with that. This scent is marvelous. Oh, I am really, really looking forward to reviewing this and having a shave with it. I know the shave is going to be spectacular because, again, wonderful, wonderful soap base. Makes a wonderful, wonderful lather. But this scent, definitely top shelf. When I first sampled it, when it arrived and I opened it up, oh, yeah, that is top shelf classic barbershop. No doubt about it. From 345 Soap Company, Fresh Cut Fade, and they also have the Aftershave Splash. We will link it below at the 345 Soap Company. Hopefully it will still be available there. We'll also link it at the Razor Company where it should still be available. But yeah, I can understand why it goes fast because this scent is marvelous. My thanks to Greg Passanti again for very, very kindly and generously sending this along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers. I'm really looking forward to reviewing it and using it. Greg, thanks again very, very much. Oh, one other thing. At the time I'm recording this, Greg passed along this word, and he said, Burlington and a few of the other subscription-only soaps are now available on the 345 Soap Company's website. So we'll link it below. You can check it out. Thanks again, Greg. Really do appreciate it. We received this email from viewer Winfried Whitcup all the way from Germany. And he wrote, Hi, Mark. I bought a new shaving bowl from Saponificio Varesino, handmade in Italy since 1945. I'm so excited about the bowl that I want to show it to you. Best regards from Germany. And Winfried sent along a video showcasing this beautiful shaving bowl from Saponificio Varesino, handmade since 1945. Winfried, take it away. Wow, Winfried, that is absolutely beautiful. What a gorgeous shaving bowl. I love how that handle fits right into the shaving bowl, and I'm assuming it can be removed for cleaning, that sort of thing. Absolutely gorgeous. Folks, we'll have a link to Saponificio Varesino, where you can check out this shaving bowl and all their other shaving gear. Really, really beautiful, beautiful shaving bowl. Winfried, thank you so much for sharing with all the viewers out there. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Rodney Ripplinger reminded me of a product we talked about recently on the Monday Morning Mailbag. This product was introduced to us by viewer Glenn Martin. And it's Bag Balm. With the winter months coming on, the cold winter months, you might want something to moisturize that dry skin. Boy, this is fantastic. Bag Balm Skin Moisturizer. I happen to buy some, and you can see I'm using it. I am really using it. I like this one a lot. It's not overly greasy. It absorbs nicely onto the skin, and it really does moisturize and protect the skin. As they say, full body hydrating skincare. dry hands, lips, face, feet, and more. So I haven't used it anyplace else but my hands. I might, but I like this product a lot. So we'll link it below. I can't remember if I mentioned it and showed you this particular container in a previous Monday Morning Mailbag, but again, Rodney Ripplinger sent along an email that reminded me to talk about it here on the show, and it really is terrific. I like it a lot. But anyhow, Rodney wrote, Mark, I'll bet this stuff would be really good. Handmade blue Outback Australian whipped tallow balm with emu, jojoba, sandalwood, and blue cypress. And we'll get an Amazon link to it. But as Rodney says, expensive. But anyhow, we'll link to it in case you're interested in trying or investigating blue Outback whipped tallow balm with emu, jojoba, sandalwood, and blue cypress. And we'll also link Bag Balm. Boy, this is a good one. Made in Vermont and works wonders on dry skin. I can attest to that. I like this one a lot. I've used a couple of other products. This is the one I'm going with this winter. This is really, really good. So check it out, Bag Balm, and also check out Blue Outback. I have not used that one. Rodney's passing along a heads up on it. We'll include the link below. Rodney, thanks again. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, it's the holiday season, and many of us will be traveling to visit family and friends during the Christmas, Hanukkah, and New Year's holidays. And Marco Batelli passed along this very helpful tip regarding shaving brush protection when traveling. And he writes, "Good morning, Mark. This time I wanted to propose a curious but very functional and economical suggestion regarding shaving brushes and the possibility of being able to take them on trips with appropriate protection. Some time ago, I bought an original Simpson case, but even the largest one did not have an adequate diameter to contain my 30mm Yaqi brushes. And then I came up with this idea using a more or less similar container where there were capsule supplements. I think it could be an interesting idea for owners of large shaving brushes. Greetings from Rome, Marco Batelli." Hey, this is a great idea, Marco. There are some pill bottles that are quite large, and they very easily could house say a 30mm shaving brush. I think the only thing you would have to do perhaps is maybe drill a series of holes on the lid so that you would get proper ventilation, something like that. But that sounds like an absolutely great idea, especially during the holiday season when many of us are planning on traveling. We want to take along some nice shaving gear. And this could be a really, really useful way to protect that larger shaving brush that you want to take along on a trip. Is anyone else doing something similar to this, using a large pill or large supplement bottle and using that to store a shaving brush, a larger shaving brush when traveling? Please comment below. Let us know. Marco, thanks very, very much for a really, really terrific idea, and I look forward to the conversation and discussion from all the viewers. Thanks again, Marco. Really do appreciate it. I received this email from viewer Aaron Watson, and the subject heading reads, "I need the help of the viewers of the 3MB." And Aaron writes, "Hey Mark, I hope you're well. I wanted to see if the 3MB viewers could help me find an aftershave close to the Seaforth Buckeye that was given out at the 2024 Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. I finally used this a few weeks ago. My wife loves it. She does not care for my regular aftershave, Wild Country. I wanted to know if you or any viewers knew of a scent close to Buckeye. Since it was a limited run, I would like to find something close. Or if anyone who was at the meetup would want to part with it, I will gladly purchase it. Thanks, Aaron Watson. Well, Aaron, you know what? I cracked this open for the first time after reading your email, and it is a wonderful scent. It is terrific. I have to use and review this. This is terrific. I don't know what could be close off the top of my head. If anyone out there has sampled this and has an idea of what could be close, please comment below and let Aaron know. Or if you have a bottle of this and you haven't used it, it's still sealed up or whatever, let Aaron know, and he'll be happy to purchase it from you. This came from the folks at Spearhead, and they produced this Seaforth Buckeye. And of course, they make a great artisan shave soap and some great scents. My gosh, absolutely fantastic. And of course, we also had the Woody's Victories shave soap. This was provided to us by, I believe, Shannon Soaps out of North Olmsted, Ohio. So yeah, that was nice too. I haven't used this one either. I've got to use both of these. Oh, that's nice too. And I like Shannon Soaps. We've used the shave soap that Shannon Soaps produces for the folks at Timeless Razors. Terrific shaving soap. But yeah, we'll put that out there, Aaron, and see if anybody has an extra bottle of Seaforth Buckeye that they'd like to part with, or if anyone has an idea of what is close to this scent-wise, please comment below and let us know. Aaron, I'm sure we'll get an answer for you. Thanks again for emailing. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Rodney Ripplinger passed along this heads up, and he writes, "Hi, Mark. Tobin Fetters has a very thorough review of the Muhle Rocca razor, talking only. His current favorite, I believe. Mine too." Well, we'll provide that link below. Tobin has a really terrific YouTube channel, and as Rodney says, he does a very thorough review of the Muhle Rocca razor. So again, we'll link it below, Tobin Fetters' YouTube channel, and thanks to Rodney Ripplinger for the heads up. Folks, click on the link and enjoy a really good breakdown on the Muhle Rocca razor. Rodney, thanks again. Really do appreciate it. Viewer James Sefton sent along this comment regarding carbon razor blades. And he wrote, "Great 3MB. It's the way to start the day. The other day, I got my order of Treat carbon steel blades and tried one in my Ascension razor, and it was a great shave. Just have to be sure to dry it out after the shave." Now, when I read that, I responded to James, and I said, you know, I love carbon blades, but they always spot up on me. And I always wonder if that's the first step towards rust. And I'm usually a one and done with a carbon blade. As soon as it starts spotting up, I pitch it. I'll use it for one shave and that's it, because I'm always afraid that it's going to break down and rust, and that's my great fear. But they're great. They really are great blades, and they deliver really smooth shaves. It's just that whatever method I've used to try to keep the blades from breaking down after a shave just hasn't worked. So I asked him what he uses to keep his carbon blade in good shape. And he wrote back and said, "Hey, Mark, after drying the blade, I put a light coat of 3-in-1 oil on it, and I use it for 3 or 4 more shaves." Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. I never knew that 3-in-1 oil could be used this way, and wondering if anyone else out there uses 3-in-1 oil on your carbon razor blades, or do you have another method that works in a similar way to kind of keep them fresh, where they're not breaking down, spotting, possibly even leading to rust? Sure would like to know. So please comment below and let us know what you use to keep your carbon razor blade good and fresh after that first or second shave. Really very curious about it, because anything that I've used, whether it's dipping in alcohol or mineral oil, just has not worked for me. And I love carbon blades. And again, my rule of thumb is if I use a carbon blade, one shave, and then it goes right into the blade bank. So, James, thanks very much for that solution. Folks, What's your solution to keep a carbon razor blade fresh after the first shave? Comment below. Let us know. James, thanks again very, very much. Well, in a previous Monday morning mailbag, we had a discussion of talc and on the proper use in the post-shave routine. And there were some questions regarding it, safety, that sort of thing. Roderick McLeod very, very kindly sent along a lot of information. I'm going to give you some highlights here. I'm going to try to figure out where I can get all this information and post it someplace on the web where you can read it in its entirety. But here are some of the highlights. Hey, Mark, basics on talc and health risks. The main concerns are mesothelioma, lung cancer, asbestosis, and ovarian cancer from asbestos in talcum powder. Talcum powder and mesothelioma. This is from asbestos.com. Not every talc product contains asbestos, but it's impossible to detect on your own. Only testing can reveal if a product is contaminated. The FDA's follow-up testing of cosmetic talc products in 2021 and 2022 revealed no asbestos in 100 samples. Basically, this means that any pharmaceutical or cosmetic-grade talc is safe to use from the standpoint of asbestos contamination as long as you're getting talc from a reputable source. You still shouldn't be inhaling large quantities of it. Since cornstarch is starch, you don't want to be inhaling large quantities of that either because it can be a food source for microbes in your respiratory tract in addition to being an irritant. Wow, I never knew that. That is something to consider right there. Later on, he says, well, powder is pretty powdery or dusty, however you want to describe it. You definitely want to avoid inhaling big lungfuls every day, no matter what it is or how you describe it. If you're pouring charcoal from the bag into your grill, you don't want to inhale that dust either. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you don't want to be, if you're using a talc, you don't want to be inhaling it. Absolutely. He goes on to say here, I remember barbers using neck duster brushes primed with Clubman talc as a finishing touch of haircuts. I'm pretty sure that's what used to give barbershops their signature scent far more than aftershave or any other scented products they used. That and exposure to all kinds of other things over the past 60 years absolutely make me pause and marvel, wonder how we are all still alive. We used to run out in the road and play in the fog when the mosquito control truck would drive through the neighborhood. What the heck were we thinking? Live and learn, right? I've definitely learned, but I still like using powder. It's important to remember that exposure to many things are associated with an increased risk of health issues, but not a guarantee that you'll develop those issues. He kind of wraps up here saying, I'm a sweaty guy who lives in Florida, so I like using powder. Not so much for my face after shaving, but on my body and undercarriage. When I use powder, talc, or cornstarch based, I only use it in the bathroom. Containment. One good thing about using powder in the bathroom is that it tends to be the least dry room in the house. When I use powder, I step into the shower stall to apply it shortly after showering while the inside of the shower stall is still wet. The wet walls, floor, and inner side of the curtain catch most of the free-floating powder, which will all end up down the drain during subsequent showers and when I clean the shower. I don't dump a large quantity into my hands and slap it on, as this will result in a lot of airborne powder. To help prevent it from making a big cloud, I pour a small amount into the palm of my hand, lightly rub my hands together to spread it around both palms, and then apply with a gentle rubbing motion. I take a big breath and slowly exhale with each application to minimize inhaling whatever small amount, compared to slapping it on by the handful, gets into the air. Not perfect, but it minimizes the risk. Roderick, thanks very, very much for this great information. Again, folks, there's more detail there, and I will try to get that entire email and post it someplace and provide a link below where you can get it, download it, read it as a PDF, that sort of thing. Roderick, thanks again for some great information. Really do appreciate it. I received this email from viewer Brian McCarthy, and he writes, "Hey, Mark, winter has arrived with a vengeance." Well, I well know that, believe me. So to start off my week, this morning's shave included the Mercure Futur razor at position number 3, an Astra Green blade on use number 5, a good blade, American Vintage Permafrost, thanks to you, and finished off with Taconic Bay Rum Splash for that Christmassy scent of cloves. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's 3MB. Well, that's a great, great shave routine, especially for the Christmas season. Folks, give it a try. That Permafrost, that's got a nice kick to it, as I recall talking about it. I've got to get a review done on that one as well. And the Bay Rum Splash from Taconic, that's great. Yeah, that's a great Christmassy kind of scent. I agree. Some of the Christmas shave soaps and aftershave splashes that we have in the shave den, especially from Phoenix Shaving, all have that nice bay rum component in there. Something about that really kind of says Christmas to me. And a great, great shaving routine, Brian. And yeah, a good one for the start of winter while we're in the holiday season as well. Absolutely fantastic. So thanks very much for sharing it, Brian. Really do appreciate it. Folks, what's your shaving routine now that winter is upon us and we're in the holiday season? Comment below and let us know. Brian, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.